So today, some words of wisdom and some design quotes that are related to graphic design and quotes that will help you elevate your work and your understanding of this industry to new heights. Now, it's great being able to show people how a design looks, but even more impressive if they can actually experience it too, and this leads to them understanding how it's going to behave. And so learn more about Framer later in today's video and how to show off your designs. So over the 15 years that I've been a graphic designer, I have come to learn or utilize some specific quotes and also some wise words. Now, some of these have helped me in tough times and have helped me better understand my role as a graphic designer. And so today I'm going to share with you those words and we're going to talk about them a little bit too. So the first quote is by Hoffman and it's, "Design is the intermediary between information and understanding." Now, what does this exactly mean and why is it so important to understand? Basically, it's saying that there is a process, there is information on one side, and there is understanding of that information on the other side. And your role as a graphic designer is to bridge that gap and allow people to fully understand the information given by the design itself. It leads back to that whole point of design is literally just communication in a visual way. And I think many people forget that, and it is important to remember what exactly design is. Now, a great quote by Arden is, "Do not seek praise, seek criticism." It does feel good when you get, all those likes on social media and you get comments saying how good your design is. But if that's all you ever hear, or that is all you ever take on board, you're not going to progress that much as opposed to receiving constructive criticism. Of course, there are people out there who will just bash your work, whatever you do, and they will insult you and your designs. But if you actually listen to constructive criticism, you can better yourself and you can work out your weaknesses and then of course work on those weaknesses. Now here's another great quote and it reads as follows: "Styles come and go, but good design is a language, not a style." So again, here we can see that design is a language, it's a visual form of communication. But I like this quote because it illustrates the point that styles or fads do come and go. You can think of this as the fads are kind of fashion design trends. Let's take this as an example. We need clothing to function in society. We need it to keep warm. We need it to protect our bodies. But the actual way it looks, that's not so important, and the way it looks does change over time. Design is crucial to society because we do need it to have a functional kind of society to operate in. And so the way it looks isn't so important as such, and fads do come and go. But the framework of the design and that design process is really, really important to understand and to get right. It's through mistakes that you actually can grow. You have to get bad in order to get good. This is pretty true for most things in life, but I feel in design it's really, really, really true because none of us are born with the innate ability to design really great and functional pieces of work. You have to go through a process of failure and rejection. You have to make crappy design work. I know I've done it, everyone's done it. I look back on my work even 5 years ago and I cringe sometimes. So you need to do bad things. You need to make bad designs, and then you need to realize they're bad, why they're bad, and then grow from there. Now, if you can properly define the problem, then you've already defined the solution as well. Now, this is by Chip Kidd, and I kind of agree with this to some extent, but not fully, because if you do understand the problem, I think you're on the way to solving the problem. You don't know the solution to the problem yet, but if you properly understand the problem in a design point of view, then you can work towards a solution. But I think without knowing the problem first, you pretty much aren't going to get the solution that correct. And this, to me, applies in a great deal to logo designing and the logo design process. Now, to be a good artist, letterer, designer, guitar player, it takes practice. A lot of it, more than you can even fathom when you're starting out. And yeah, this is true. There is that saying it takes 10,000 hours to actually master anything in life. Of course, that's a ballpark number, and it's just there to illustrate the point that you need to put in a lot of work. You need to spend a lot of time mastering your craft and honing in your skills to get to where you want to be. Like I said, I've been a designer for 15 years now, and I wouldn't consider myself a master at any stretch, but I have come a long way and I have put in a lot of hours, probably more than 10,000 hours at this point. And two quotes that are just kind of bonus quotes. One of them is, "Keep it simple, stupid." And I love this quote because it does hit home and it gets straight to the point. It keeps it simple. Design should be simple. It shouldn't make things too complicated, essentially. And another quote that I have been adapting into my workflow for the last 2-3 years now is by Nike, and that is just do it. I've kind of hacked my brain, and that is, if I don't want to do something and I start procrastinating, I know if I just start that thing, it's going to be a whole lot easier to get it finished just because I've started it. It's just that first part of starting something that can be tricky. So yeah, just do it, and also keep it simple, stupid. Now, interactive prototyping is the best way to communicate your app and your website designs. The sponsor of today's video, Framer, is a no-code, free-to-use tool making it easy for anyone to become a prototyper. So you can import your existing work and quickly swap out your static elements for pre-built interactive components. This includes things like sliders that actually do slide and inputs that can be filled, as well as buttons that can actually be clicked. Building out a full user flow is super simple as well. You can just link screens, buttons, and menu items, and pretty soon you will have a prototype that clearly communicates your vision to whoever you want to show it to. Now sign up for free or get 20% off any paid plan by visiting framer.com/Satori Graphics. That link is down in the description box below, so do give it a try if you are a web or app developer. So yeah, there were some quotes and some words of wisdom, and let me know which quote you think is the most useful, and do you think these will help your graphic design workflow? Like and share my videos on social media, guys, and until next time, design your future today. Peace.